You're listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not. Get into the loop with us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise. And we're your radio gateway to what's trending with beauty, fashion, music, health, and wellness.
Did you ever think that real estate and dating had something in common? Maybe the key to finding success in both of these areas come down to location, location, location. There's a report on marriage and divorce in a 50-state survey. It was a survey on marriage, divorce, and singlehood. And they found that marriage and divorce rates vary by state. The average duration of marriages also by state. And the number of people that have been married multiple times, 3 and more. Elise, can you tell us where singles can and should be looking in order to increase their odds of finding an attractive mate or a homely one? It could be a homely too. You know, the homely ones are much more appreciative.
I understand exactly what you're saying. Now I get it. Okay, so when I see this fabulous guy and I see him with this hideously homely girl, this is what you're talking about?
Well, all I'm saying is that, the not so attractive mates are much more appreciative of their man than let's say the.
I have to say I disagree with that. Okay, I really do, because some of first of all, you can't say on the air that somebody is unattractive.
I didn't say that anyone was unattractive. I said that there are some attractive mates that you could find, and there are also homely mates.
Homely, and they're the more appreciative ones.
They are much more appreciative. There was a song back probably way before you were born.
I can't believe
If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife.
I understand. Well, you know what? That's silly. Listen, it's hard enough to find someone, but where you live can actually make it harder.
Well, that is true. But what I'm saying, and you,
I know exactly what you're saying.
And you never let me finish.
Homely girlfriends are more appreciative. I understand what you're saying, and I get it.
But what you didn't say or get was that I am Anthony Vincent. And I know that the right haircut, I know that waxing them caterpillar some of those gals have for eyebrows.
Oh my God.
and I know that they can see me for the haircut and the eyebrow waxing. They can see you for a beautiful makeup application, get their nails done.
Yes, they can. But some people like their unibrow. Okay? They like their unibrow. Some people are comfortable in their skin and love themselves for who they are.
That's
fine.
And
that is a wonderful thing.
And kudos to that type. What we're talking about here is increasing your odds of finding an attractive mate. And I know that just with a little touch up and a little investment in time, that any woman can be beautiful and any guy can be attractive.
Beauty comes from within.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's where the appreciativeness comes in. And we cannot change the inside of a person. Only they can change their insides. But you and I can change their outsides.
Yes,
as I said.
can. That is true.
Yes.
Yes.
So anyway, finding these lasting relationships is hard enough. But let's have you give us some clues and maybe some key trends and even some single-friendly spots that we can go to.
Okay, a single-friendly place is always New York City, always Washington, D.C. I mean, aside from having the smartest men statistically in New York and D.C., most men are in New York and D.C. for some reason. I guess because it's a wonderful, wonderful place to be. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to see. And there are a lot of single men.
Well, and they're also higher educated. In Washington, D.C.,
Yes,
It is one of the best states to for its share of educated singles, and they marry later in life.
Yes, they do.
And
Because they're smarter.
Yes, and they experience fewer divorces.
Yes.
Yeah, couples.
Well, when you get married later in life, you tend to know more of what you want. And that's true also. And plus,
Well,
your careers are in set. You're set with your career, and finances aren't a big issue. And that's a very big issue for people when they're married.
Finance is the number one reason people get divorced.
Exactly.
But because they're older, as you said, these people have more time to date around. So they've been dating more, they've been dating longer because they're getting married later in life.
That is true. Absolutely. Yeah, well,
And-
statistically, that's what they say statistically.
And also, there are a larger number of good-looking people in Washington, D.C. They have that additional income for
So everybody-
the great haircut, the great makeup, the great nails.
Are we opening a salon in D.C.?
Alrighty, listen, we're going to talk
Oh.
more about this when we come right back. I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got static? Does your hair fly away? Prioritize and winterize. Spritz your hairbrush, comb through, and now you're ionized. Say hello to beautiful.
Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did. And we're back. We were talking about the best and worst states for singles.
Yes, we were.
Yes, tell us.
Tell us what? Where are you in your states?
I'm in the Midwest right now.
Oh, you are? Well,
Yes.
Then you're going to be very unlucky man because everybody's married there.
Oh, they do have the highest share of married men?
The highest share of married men are in Idaho, Iowa, Kansas,
Ooh.
Utah, and Nebraska.
That must be quite a struggle to find a date in those states.
Well, yeah. The thing is about these states is that they're also known as, I love this line, sticky states. And that's where people grow up, stick around, and settle down.
Ah, yes.
And there's no new singles to add to the mix there.
They are the hometown boys and girls, and they stick together.
They stick. They're sticky states.
So dating opportunities, they're got to be...
They're very, very, very small. Very small. I guess unless, I guess it's the kind of thing where somebody gets transferred from, up north or somewhere else, and everybody's talking about the new guy in town because they know he's going to want to marry somebody and, it's going to be one of them.
Well, thankfully, there are states where it is raining men.
Oh, yes.
New York, you had brought up New York a little earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, and also D.C., we brought that up.
We talked about
But
that.
other states also are New Mexico, Rhode Island, and Alaska. And I want to just say one thing about Rhode Island to not upset the people. Another thing about Rhode Island is that they also are listed with having the most intelligent cosmopolitan men, like New York and D.C.
They are much more educated.
Yes, they are.
Now, Alaska seems interesting.
Yeah, but the sun doesn't shine there half the time.
But the
I
men are rugged.
But that doesn't do it for me. Doesn't do it for me. And you know what? It's cold. It's cold there. I mean, it's cold here right now, but it's cold there.
They're great for romantic evenings.
Yeah, I guess.
Where should singles avoid?
Well, you should definitely avoid Texas. All my exes live in Texas, Crew and George Strait.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your exes.
No, not my exes. They don't live in Texas.
Yeah, in Texas, they're one of the highest states where couples have been married multiple times.
And they end up in divorce, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the neighboring states, something seriously is going on with the water or the air, because even Arkansas and Oklahoma, they have the same issues there.
Yeah, high number of people.
Multitude of marriages and divorces all the time. It's crazy.
Well, I wonder if these multiple marriage failures have anything to do with having a low income, which is prevalent in that state.
Is it really?
And that's
So maybe.
That's what they tell me.
Maybe that is the issue there. But I will tell you something. If you want something fabulous, go west. California, here I come kind of thing.
Oh.
Definitely go west because despite the Hollywood drama and myths, there are so many beautiful, sexy, fabulous people, and everybody is single. Everybody is willing. Everybody is fabulous.
Well, I always thought that the California girls are all about getting a part in a movie or finding a guy with a very big wallet.
It's possible. Then don't you go there. Don't you go
No,
there.
that's not my type of girl.
Oh, well, then don't you go. Then you have nothing to worry about. You're not going to have the great weather and the sexy people, although there's plenty of sexy people surrounding you anyway.
Well, Utah, Nebraska, did we talk about that? And
Utah and Nebraska?
yeah, by age of 24, the women in Utah, Idaho, and Nebraska, they are already married. And in order, and they're married by 24. And in order to find a single guy, you probably have to drive and go 50 miles in between Walmarts to find a single guy.
Well, they do have the highest share of married men there.
And
That's
the highest
thing.
share of Walmart stores. Super Walmart stores.
Okay, so then if you're looking for a super Walmart, those are your states to go to. That's what I would wear. Yeah. Did you know that red is for romance, but not as far as red states go?
Yes,
You knew that?
I did know that.
Oh, then don't go to red states. Yeah.
Red
No
makes me
Wyoming.
blush.
Yeah. Red makes you blush?
It does.
Oh.
It absolutely does.
Not full of dating options.
I've never been much of a gambler. What about Nevada?
Nevada. I don't know much about Nevada. You tell me about Nevada.
Well, the odds aren't so great. It's with the highest divorces in the country.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that's because everybody's gambling their lives away.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, and so that causes their financial issue, and then they get divorced. I guess that must be the thing.
Well, while we're on this subject of different states, we'll be right back. And when we do, we're going to be talking about
The geography of desire.
Need a salon that's about the whole you? Precision haircuts, flawless makeup, impeccable nails, top-rated professional hair products. Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a hairstylist who has his finger on the pulse of all the latest trends? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a dependable salon with over 35 years in the industry? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for New York City and internationally trained stylists that will create the perfect look for you? Anthony Vincent Salon. Shine brightly while walking down the aisle. Anthony Vincent Salon. For longer, thicker, beautiful hair extensions, Anthony Vincent Salon. Incredible makeup applications for weddings, proms, or any special occasions. Anthony Vincent Salon. Have dry, brittle summer hair? Get a hot shot. Anthony Vincent Salon. Before you put a ring on it, manicure it. Anthony Vincent Salon. Your image is their specialty. For the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Anthony Vincent Salon. For a more beautiful you, call now 609-448-2212 and follow them on Twitter.
In a just-released global atlas on sexuality, a team of French geographers give us the lowdown on the world's love lives, sexual laws, and habits.
Oh, you're amazing. You're amazing.
I hear that all the time.
I know you do. Okay, so shoot it at me. Tell me.
All right. The United States produces an estimated 98% of the world's pornography.
Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely, people, that we in the United States of America are the ones that produce the most porn out of anyone?
Well,
Isn't that great?
42% of that porn is under my nephew's bed.
Ew.
I know. I gave it to him.
Oh, my God. That's even worse.
Hey, teenagers.
Okay, did you know that the most unfaithful population is in France? Did you know this?
No, I didn't know it. I thought it was Italy.
No, it's France. France.
Okay.
And the most enthusiastic sex toy clientele. Okay, the most enthusiastic, Britain, Norway, and Sweden.
That's because they're cold countries.
Oh, gosh.
And they need
don't
something to
say
warm them up.
that.
They are.
Oh, so they need sex toys?
Whatever floats
I
your
think
boat.
I would go with people. I think I would go with people.
Well, all I know is that the Philippines, divorce is illegal.
Yeah, I heard that. I'm not going there.
Well, we
Not
have,
that I'm getting divorced or anything like that, but I'm not going to the Philippines anyway, so it doesn't matter.
well, the highest level of women's sexual rights are in the Nordic countries like Finland and Iceland.
Oh, that's nice.
What is
That's
a
good.
sexual right? Is
A
that
sexual right? Are you actually asking
yeah,
what a sexual right?
I'm
You
not-
should not be allowed to have sex. No sex for you.
I'm
You're not allowed.
I'm a guy. We're not allowed to have it. Only when the girls say we can.
Oh my God. Well, then those are sexual rights. Okay, you're good then.
Well, Greece, Poland, and Brazil, and men.
Not all men.
And men.
Not all men.
80% of the population thinks sex is very important.
It is, but not all men think so, and not all people think so. There are other things besides sex, mister. I'm just saying. And
Look-
you know what? That's proven in Thailand and Japan. Less than 40% of them think that sex is that important. I guess you can't go there.
I'm staying out of those countries.
Okay. All right. What do you got for me here?
All right. Steven, our producer, have you ever heard the term "no glove, no love"?
I've heard of if you don't use it, you lose it.
Oh.
That is true. And what we're going to tell you today is we want you all to learn to love the glove.
Love the glove, people. Well, it's
Yes.
good for, if there's disease or anything like that.
Well, of
And
course.
if you don't
it's-
want to get pregnant.
Well, that's all well and good. But the number one thing about learning to love the glove is you have to find your right size. And-
Okay, so you're going to go in and you're going to measure yourself and you're going to try. How do you find your right size?
I'm here to tell you.
I can't wait to
Now-
hear this.
A rubber that doesn't fit is a big oops in the making, and you're very yes, and you're very likely to be called daddy.
Oh boy, that's not good.
Now, the
Oh.
key is a good fit. And
So tell us about this.
well, this is what you do.
Tell me, I'm curious.
You buy a snug fit, you buy a standard fit, and you buy a large fit condom. And then,
So basically, you have to buy a whole bunch of condoms and try them on?
yes, you do. Now, when I learned about this when I was in the service in the military, and it was a bunch of 18-year-olds in the barracks, and they talked to us about about the ladies. There are a certain group of ladies that hang around military bases that just love a man in uniform.
It's amazing the information that you have.
Oh, I've been around a long time. And they warned us. So what we did is we headed over to the local Walgreens and
The local Walgreens?
the local Walgreens at the PX, and we bought different sizes, different colors, different shapes.
What
'cause
color did you buy?
I bought the clear.
You bought clear.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Now, being
Did they
Italian,
have colors, though?
they did have colors, and they had ribbed for her pleasure too.
Okay, so yeah, you're back to being Italian.
Being Italian, I'm looking at the board there, and they had the snug, the standard, and the large.
Okay.
Well, being Italian, I bought the large. And we went back to the barracks, and privately.
You're setting yourself up badly right now.
Well, what
You
do
really are.
No, this is almost true. This story I'm about to tell you. So anyway, we got back to the barracks, and of course, in the privacy, we're trying these things on, and you know what? This is a bunch
All
of
of
18.
you together?
Well, we're a bunch of 18-year-olds. Most of us never seen a rubber before, and most of us were still virgins.
Oh, God. Most of us?
Most of us.
I'm sure that. Okay, go on.
So anyway, I got my large condom, and I put that baby between my teeth. I ripped off the top, and I had pull that thing out, and I flicked it across the room, and it rolled down and hit the floor.
Okay.
I'm telling you, the thing was like a hazmat suit. That thing not only covered little Anthony Vincent Jr., but I I stepped into that thing like a set of pantyhose. I pulled that thing up over my
So it fit over your leg.
my both legs, my thighs.
Oh, my gosh.
It was like I pulled it up around my waist. It was like a potato sack, and the guys We ran down to center hallway,
Oh.
having a potato sack race, right down the center aisle. And the loser, well, he had to jump out.
I don't know where he comes up with these things.
The loser
Help me
had
out
to
here, Steven.
jump out the window. And he had that thing like a parachute. That condom parachuted him down. A gust of wind came, and he parasailed across the base to the airport. People thought he was a windsock.
Oh, on that note, are we done with this story?
Well, the story is over. But, and some of it was true.
Okay.
But there have been breakthrough technologies in condoms. And there are 2 new condoms that are out. They're called the Skin and the Avante Bear. And they are both made of a new material called polyisoprene. It's a new synthetic material that is very stretchy, soft, and gets rid of all the latex problems such
And I'm
as smell.
sure this is a wonderful thing if you wear a condom. And you should if you don't want anybody to get pregnant or pass on any disease.
Get into the loop with us. We are Trend Radio, your gateway to what's happening in beauty, fashion, music, health, and wellness. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise. Tune into Trend Radio every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. You'll be glad you did.
And now, Stephen and Kevin, the purveyors of wealth management. And you can talk to them in person at Insight Financial Services, LLC.com.
We have special guests today, and they're Stephen Molinelli and Kevin Ryan of Insight Financial Services, 65 South Main Street, Pennington. That's 609-730-4940. Insight Financial Services, LLC.com.
Stephen and Kevin offer the perfect blend of talent and resources while providing value-driven strategies. Not only can they give you information for a bright and wealthy future, they're college funding advisors as well. They will navigate and help you focus on selecting ways for you to pay for your college.
So, hi, guys.
How you doing,
Hey,
guys?
Elise
Hey
and
guys,
Anthony.
how are you guys today?
We are fabulous.
Fabulous.
Fantastic.
What are you guys talking about today? 401k plans and
Absolutely.
We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about.
We want to talk about 401k
plans. Are a
plans.
good,
Yeah.
good
And
thing
it's
to
a good
talk
start.
about.
And how do they benefit people? We'd like to know this.
Retirement planning is the most important thing that anybody can focus on when they begin investing. If you're 18, 19, 20, every penny that you save is eventually going to have an effect on your retirement plan. While there are certainly plans that are defined as an individual retirement plan, a Roth IRA, a 401k, think about it. We're all working to hopefully be able to someday retire and have a good time, live a retirement lifestyle. So all the money that we save eventually, we're hoping is going to get us to that point.
I'm going to ask you a question that I know there is no correct answer. But how? But I'm
Okay,
going to
here it
ask it
comes.
anyway.
All right.
He will.
That means there's no wrong. That means we can't make a mistake.
You can't make a
Okay,
mistake. We
good. We
work
like that.
we work our show that way. How much is enough? How much does an individual or a family or a couple need to retire?
You're right. We don't know.
Yeah, I think that would be different for everyone.
It is
It is.
exactly different for everyone. And not only what it's going to mean for them 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now, it also is what can they actually afford realistically to put aside on a regular basis. That is the key, is putting something aside on a regular basis and having that discipline to make that contribution on a regular basis. So that is one thing that 401ks have brought to the economy. That's the good side. The bad side is it's replaced defined benefit plans where people had the old pension. Now it's on our shoulders to fund and figure out how we're going to pay for retirement. So that's the hard part. The government has tried to make it a little more user friendly by establishing these 401k plans where people make a contribution out of their salary. Their companies help them do that. In a lot of cases, the companies then also make a contribution. So that's the best place to start. If a company matches 50 cents on the dollar up to 3%, so if you can put 6% away and their company is matching with a 3%, that's right off the bat, that's a 50% return on your money, and that's pretty darn good.
It's free money. It's
There's
free money.
Nothing better than free money.
Nothing better than free money.
I think that's
are
awesome.
companies today still matching
Um,
with the economy?
Yeah, they are. For a while, depending upon the plan, depending upon the company, matches were suspended, matches were reduced.
Right. Yep.
And we're starting to see now with the improvements that are taking place slowly but surely that, yeah, there are still a lot of companies out there that are matching. A lot of companies have raised their matching percentage. So it's like anything else in the world, whether it's government, social issues, or the economy. Things are constantly changing, and people are making the adjustments. So, yeah.
Well, you know what they say. They say change is good. So
Change is good, and it's constant, and it's also the toughest thing that people have to deal with. Change is one of the biggest causes of stress in people's lives, and finances are another big
Oh, yeah.
cause for stress also. But
Yes.
yeah, change is always happening. And yes, Anthony, to answer the question, yes, they are.
There is one other little component of 401ks that I didn't mention, and it is an important component. Besides the regular money, putting money aside on a regular basis, and hopefully you get a company match, there is the other benefit of having that whatever amount you put aside in your 401k, that reduces, for the government's purposes, for the IRS, your income. So if you make $100,000 and you put $10,000 away, the government is only going to tax you on $90,000. That is today and until you actually retire. Once you start taking money out of that account, then that's when you start taking taxes. The whole idea is that at that point in time, your tax rate should be lower, and that'll be a benefit to you. So that's one of the things that 401ks do as well.
That is great information. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, you know what's also important to add to that, Elise, is that years ago when IRAs started, they were tax-deferred IRAs. It was, as Kevin said, if you're making a certain amount of money, and there were limitations as to what you could contribute. So let's say the limitation at the time was $2,500. If you were making $50,000 a year, subtract the $2,500 from the 50, and that's where your taxable wages would start. Now there are Roth IRAs, and they work differently. We can get into that at another time, perhaps. But it's important to know also that because of the introduction of the Roth IRA years ago, a lot of 401k plans now have a Roth component to it. It's treated differently from a tax point of view. You may want to have a tax advisor in here to talk about that, because we are not tax advisors, nor are we able to legally be allowed to give tax information. But
I'm
it's
really
important.
glad that you brought up IRAs, and I'm saying this to you guys and our listeners too. When I was 21 years old, they came out with something new, and it was called an IRA. I had no idea what it was. And
Thought it was an accountant.
It was an accountant.
And no one told me what an IRA was or what I should be doing with it. And at that time, I was probably barely 20 years old. And all it took was $166 a month to be put away in this IRA. And when I look back, because I did not do it back then, had I would have been a multi-millionaire today just from $166 a
Just
month.
because you didn't know who Ira was.
Right.
So I'm telling any of our listeners, if you are young, old, or any age in between, open up one of these IRAs, talk to these guys, give them a call.
Definitely.
What's the number? 609-730-4940. Call them. You'll be glad you did. Trust me on this one.
Absolutely. So today,
I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. So what I just had to say
We couldn't have put it better ourselves, Anthony.
So how would you like to finish up what I interrupted?
Other than we concur, It is important. And you know what? The money is taken right out of your paycheck. So look at it this way. We complain, we look and we say, oh my goodness, look what the government's taking out of our paycheck. And the government is taking that out of their paycheck and they're paying themselves.
Wow.
Well, when you contribute to an IRA, you're telling your employer, take this money out of my paycheck so that I can pay myself.
If you're out there listening, do it. Just do it.
Right.
And we've been talking with Stephen Molinelli and Kevin Ryan of Insight Financial Services, 65 South Main Street, Pennington, 609-730-4940. That's Insight Financial Services, LLC.com.
With more than 30 years' experience in the industry, Stephen and Kevin offer a broad perspective to the issues relevant with financial planning. Together, they provide a holistic approach to help you enjoy a bright and wealthy future. Thank you, guys.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Thank you.
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got lips? Want that perfect pout? Find the hue that's right for you. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Shape, stain, and shimmer. Same shade. Say hello to beautiful.
Email us now from AnthonyVincentSalon.com. Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did. And we're back.
And we are here with our friend Laura Condon, who's also known as the Beauty Buster. She's an author of Spa Wars, The Ugly Truth About the Industry, the beauty industry, that is. And hi there.
Hi,
How are you?
Hello there, Laura. How are you today?
Good. Thanks for having me.
That's
we're
great.
thrilled. We're
Great to have
absolutely
you
thrilled.
here. Absolutely are.
We have a bunch of questions for you.
I'm ready.
Yeah, we just want everybody to know everything about you because we just love you so much. So,
I would say, thank God there wasn't YouTube when I was a kid.
okay, so we want to hear first
Mhm.
about your book, Spa Wars.
Spa Wars. It's a crazy book. It's a tell-all book about the beauty industry, about crazy stories that have happened to me, crazy bosses, crazy clients, but it's also very informative. The best products to use, the ingredients that you definitely don't ever want to put on your skin or in your hair. So it's very informative. And then I also talk about some of the best therapists that are around, mentally, physically, spiritually, things that I've used to help me get to where I am. And I've seen work for other people as well.
And what I love so much about it is she does it with humor and flair. I mean, this is a very funny girl. Where can we get this book?
You can get it online and Amazon. It was in Barnes & Noble for a while. It made it through all the mess. You can order it at Barnes & Noble.
I downloaded it. It's on my iPad.
Yeah, ebooks, Kindle. What's the other one? Nook.
Yeah.
I have it. You can come to my spa. I can autograph it and mail one to you if you want.
Where is your spa at?
In Westfield, New Jersey.
You can give the address and the...
Oh, it's 1100 South Avenue in Westfield, and I'm also in Chelsea on Sundays.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah.
If you want to give your
Give
website...
the names.
And the names, yeah.
It's makeupwithme.com
Okay.
is where you can pretty much find everything about me. And then I'm also launching a new website, The Beauty Buster.
Right, because
So-
you are known as the
Yeah.
Beauty Buster. Yeah,
So
I
you
love
know, I have
that.
like 10 websites.
Yeah, you also have the lashdoctor.com.
TheLashDoctor.com. Yeah, I'm trying to get everything under one. But what happened? My career kept going and going and going and growing in different directions. And then, so now I'm going back and trying to get everything under one roof.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. It's always good to do that too. But it's nice to have a little bit of something else too. You know, this way people can like find you in different areas also.
Yeah, I'll keep everything going for sure because everybody has, that makeup with me for 15 years already. So,
Your makeup has been around for 15 years?
yes.
And is this a new makeup that you're introducing, or has it changed with the times?
No, it's a skincare line I'm launching.
Oh, the
yeah.
skincare.
Beauty
Yeah,
Buster.
well, I started
Beauty
out
Buster.
doing more makeup, and so that's why I have the makeup with me to put my online portfolio. And then
Right.
I just completely morphed into something different.
Isn't it
I don't know
crazy
what
how
I'm
Everything
doing.
evolves.
Yeah, things evolve.
It just
I don't,
evolves, yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. So it's just as things keep happening. So I'm launching the skincare line that should be out hopefully within a month,
And
2
it's
months maybe.
It's called Beauty Buster.
the Beauty Buster. Mhm.
Okay, and it's
Skincare.
all natural.
all natural. Every product has like maybe 3 to 8 ingredients.
Oh,
It's
I love
amazing.
it.
Yeah.
I love it. Can you just what makes it all natural?
That there's no preservatives, no parabens, nothing synthetic. The fragrance is essential oil, so it'll smell like pine or tea tree or lavender.
Oh, I
or,
love that. I
yeah.
can't wait to try it.
Very, very pure and direct, so they all go right into the skin.
Do you
There's no-
have any with you?
I don't.
Oh.
Because they are all made to order
Okay.
as well.
Can guys use your
Yes,
products?
it has men's. I have a men's line and a women's line. and they're very similar. There's a little tweaks maybe here and there, but yeah, definitely I have things for shaving, after shaving to help prevent ingrown hairs, heal the skin, also for dry, cracked skin for men that work outside, do construction, anything like that. The Crack Spackle is amazing.
Crack
I
spackle?
love that.
Crack Spackle, yeah.
You have to tell us about crack spackle.
Crack Spackle is a balm. It's in a stick form, and you just can put it, you rub it right into your crack. So it's in your lips, even around your eyes. I use it as a primer sometimes. Cuticles, feet, everything, elbows.
So it can go anywhere.
Anywhere. A
I
lot of the
love that.
products are made to be used anywhere and everywhere.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, the crack spackle,
Mhm.
fine lines, does it work for that? Or
Yes.
it does.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I use it as a primer. It'll heal a little bit and prevent fine lines, not as much as some of my other products.
You know what? I'll bet you could, because you can use it anywhere, and you're going to have it on your fingers because of your cuticles and your hands. You can actually probably wipe it onto your split ends too in your
Oh yeah,
hair.
I do that because it's a little bit more emollient. I use it. I get a lot of flyaways. I have frizzy hair, and I'm not
Right.
really good at blowing my hair out.
So, you
So
use a little-
I always
your hair
have.
looks beautiful today.
Well, thank you. I always have like some kind of something to put in there to keep it all.
Oh, so
in
it's
place.
already on your hands anyway. You
Mhm.
just wipe it into your hair, and you have crack spackle everywhere.
Yeah.
I love it.
Why did you decide to go all natural?
I want that. I like to use that. I find that when you don't have all the other ancillary ingredients in there, that the pure ingredients can really get into your skin and work more effectively.
That that was going to be our next question. Why is that effective? Because it goes
Right.
into your
Yeah,
your
you don't
system.
have the other things blocking it or changing the consistency of it or the efficacy of it.
So where can we purchase these products? Because I need them.
They will be available online, of course, on the website. They will be available at my spa and any other stores that will pick it up. Your spa.
And what is the price range?
It's not going to be that expensive. It'll be from 10 to 60.
Oh, I love this.
So like the anti-aging serum is going to be 60 and that's an ounce and that's going to last you a long time. I mean, you're putting 3 or 4 drops on your face.
Oh, tell me about this anti-aging.
Secret Weapon Serum.
I love
And
it.
It's meadow foam based, and meadow foam is a really hydrating, very, very anti-aging, very repairing to the skin. So you're just going to put a few drops on. You can same thing. You can put it all over. You don't need an eye cream. You can go on eyes, lips, neck, hands, everywhere.
What are some of the natural type ingredients that you're using in your product?
Meadow foam is a big one that runs throughout most of the products.
It's actually. Can you say that one more time?
Meadow foam, MEADOWFOAM. It's a plant found in the Pacific Northwest mostly.
Are most of your ingredients found here in the United States? Or are they coming from?
They could be grown all over, but that one specifically is an American plant. That's where it's grown the best. I'm going to have rose, sandalwood, pine. We probably will be using American pine, jojoba oil, vitamin E.
Oh, this sounds amazing. I
Yeah.
love this.
Some little different things in there. Tea tree.
I know. I knew you were going to say tea tree. It just
Well,
it makes
because
sense.
we have a product called Bump Blaster, and that's for pimples, ingrown hairs, aftershave, and that tea tree and pine alone are incredibly antibacterial, antiseptic, antifungal, antiviral.
It's
Amazing.
called Bump Blaster.
Yeah.
I love the names of these products.
Yeah, I think it's great. And as you said, men and women
Absolutely.
you have a separate line.
Yeah.
Can they be intertwined? Like the difference between the men and the women's line, is it mostly the fragrances that are different?
There's really not that big of a difference at all. Some of them have no difference just in packaging.
Okay.
Because
it's
they're
about
really-
what's
Macho
important to
thing
the
for the
eye.
guy,
yeah. I mean, the women's is pink and black camo, and the men's is the traditional green and black camo.
Oh, I love that.
So
That's
it's fun.
excellent.
Yeah, it's got a whole marketing thing to go with it.
Sure, but that's really that'll be
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
attractive
Yeah,
to
I want it
each-
to stand out. I don't want it to be confusing to people. Some lines, every I don't want to say any names, but every 6 months they're coming out with the new best moisturizer and the new cleanser, and you've got 5 cleansers. Really, what do you need with 5 cleansers?
I don't know.
2,
It's very
or
confusing.
technically you could do 1. Why is there 17 moisturizers?
I don't know. I can't even answer this, but I agree with you.
It's a joke. It's really a joke.
I completely agree with you with that. I don't know why. And then you become overwhelmed. And then if you're like me, you buy nothing. Because what do you buy? There's
Right.
16 different things to choose from for the one thing. And it freaks me out.
How many items do you have in your line?
5 for the women right now and 4 for the men.
Oh, see, that's perfect for me. I
Right.
love that.
Yeah, very simple and streamlined. I'm not going to have pretty much multiples of a lot of things. We don't have a cream. That's why we put everything in a stick. Men like sticks to use. It's easy.
I like
Easy,
sticks too.
easy.
Very
yeah.
easy. They don't like jars. You can put it in your purse.
I
and
like
take
that.
it and go.
Yeah, that's easy. You're
Yeah.
right. And it goes a long way also.
Yeah, it goes a lot because you're not going to overuse a stick. You're not going to,
Exactly.
You just don't.
And
where
it's
you might-
clean, it's neat. That's an excellent idea.
Mhm.
Good for you, Laura.
I'm working it.
Congratulations. Yeah,
Now,
you sure do.
you are world renowned for lashes and brows.
Kind of.
No, not just kind of people. Yes, she is. She's
The world's leading authority.
yeah, she is known as the lash doctor. So yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, the brow thing, I used to work for Anastasia of Beverly Hills. I used to be a trainer for her, and I traveled all over, and I taught people how to do eyebrows, from Sephora, Toronto to DC, Pittsburgh, all over. She really taught me how to do eyebrows. I did not know how to do eyebrows before then. My eyebrows were completely messed up, and half of my eyebrows I have to draw on every day. It's so annoying.
I have the same
Yeah,
issue.
it's brutal. Like, I wish I met her like 10 years before I did. And so, because my eyebrows used to go all the way down my eyes. It was pretty ugly.
I have the same issue.
I am so glad I'm a guy.
Yeah, it's so much easier. So, after that, I was just like, it opened up the whole world to me because I could never figure out how to do eyebrows. But it's really all about geometry and illusion. And once I learned that, I just ran with it. And then, 2 years ago, I think, InStyle came in, secret shopped me, and then I won the award for Best Eyebrow Shaper.
That's great.
Yeah, it was great.
Are you artistic? Do you draw?
No,
Do you
I'm
paint?
autistic. No. Everything I do in terms of makeup or brows, it's really a struggle for me. It really is.
Really?
It doesn't
Because
appear
you-
to be.
It does, yeah, I was
no,
going to say, you do a beautiful job.
It's a major struggle. I mean, every time I do makeup, I think it's the worst thing I've ever seen. I hate it.
Okay, but you know what?
Are-
Somebody went to Laura 11 years ago.
Oh.
Okay. I read this, went to Laura 11 years ago and just contacted her again for her wedding. So that must mean that 11 years ago you did a beautiful
I
job
guess.
and you're doing a beautiful job now.
That is just low expectations.
No, that's just what that means, that you're
No,
fabulous.
That was shocked. No, I was shocked. I mean, I have high standards for myself as well. So, I mean, someone might look at my makeup and say, oh, it's really great, but I'm looking at the best people in the industry, in the world. And I'm like, I can't do that. You know what I mean?
Look at
And
who
so-
you are. Look at what you've done, and you're one of them.
I think you're your
Yeah.
own worst critic.
Well, yeah.
Everybody
I
else
mean,
thinks you are just top notch amazing.
I guess I'm always looking to get better. So I'm looking at, I don't, from the outside, people look and they say, oh my God, what you've done. But I'm like, no, you don't even know what I want to do. Or where I'm trying to go, what I'm trying to accomplish. That's,
And you know what? You're
It's-
going to go there.
yeah, I try not to get stuck in the where I want to be.
Right. The success is
dangerous.
it's not
Yeah.
a destination.
Yeah.
The success is a journey.
Yeah, I've learned that because every time something happens and you think I'm going to be so happy. And I'm like, all right, so now what?
Yeah, so now where do
Like,
I go from there?
yeah.
So where did you actually start then? When did you become interested in the beauty industry, in beauty, in everything that you do?
I never thought I'd be doing this ever at all. I was working on my master's for drug and alcohol counseling, and I was
wow.
doing drug and alcohol counseling. And then I needed a day job because I had to go to school at night for my master's, and I became the admissions rep at Capri Institute. And I was horrible at that job, but which reconfirmed I should find another career. And it was 96 because I remember I called out of work to go to the Yankee parade.
Yeah,
Like priorities here.
I get it.
Yeah, so they needed a model one day for the facialist because it was the first year that they had actually separated aesthetics from cosmetology. Because I knew I never wanted to do hair, but I didn't really ever think about doing facials. It kind of never entered my mind. I never even had a facial. So I walked in the room to get this facial so the girl could practice, and within seconds, I knew that's what I wanted to do. Literally 3 seconds, maybe. I was like, this is what I want. Candles, dark room, massage, smelly things. I'm in. And it's not porn.
And it's legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm naked, but it's legal. So, yeah, and that was pretty much it. And I went right from there. And then I got a day job that I hated again, went to school at night for 10 months and got my license.
And look where you are now.
I know. I had no idea. No one even knew what an esthetician was back then. I mean,
Right.
I was, I think, the first or second night class to graduate. It was 98 I did. So I was going from 97 and nobody really.
Do you give seminars
Yes.
and classes?
Yes.
So
Where?
I've done them all over. I mean, I've done them for myself, my own business, to salons and spas, but also I was a rep for a skincare company, so I was going all over doing seminars and trainings and classes, and and then also with Anastasia, I was training Sephora. They have something called Encore. If anybody's worked for Sephora, they know it's like a really big deal. The best trainers from all the companies come and teach the best artists at Sephora how to use their product. So yeah, I'm all over.
Oh, that's awesome. See, I know a lot of people that actually could use your knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I say, I've just made all the mistakes. So let me just tell you what not to do and then where to go,
Right. So what not to do, but also how to do something amazing.
Right.
I've watched you apply lashes. It is incredible. And I
It's
watch
tedious.
Oh, but it's amazing what they look like afterwards.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It really is absolutely beautiful. And I know you love what you do, especially when you're doing those lashes. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
How long does it take to apply a full set of lashes?
It takes me an hour, 65 to 70 lashes.
Per eye or
Yes.
Okay, wow, that's a lot of lashes.
And how do they stay on? I mean, how do they?
It's a glue, a special glue that you use, and you do it one by one.
Right.
And
That's
that-
why
yeah.
it's so intricate.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times you'll see, especially like at nail salons, it'll be $30 for eyelash extensions, but they're taking clusters of lashes using probably hair super glue is what they use, crazy glue, and they'll put them in your lashes. So when they fall out, first of all, and then they look like big clumpy lashes. Then when they fall out, you've got holes of like those 5 lashes where that bulb was attached to the lash,
Right.
and that's what makes gives lash extensions a really bad name.
Well,
So-
those aren't actually.
They're not lash extensions.
I was
No,
just
it's
Those
not.
are
Yeah.
actually called something else.
Yeah, it's called ghetto.
Okay. But
What is a real lash extension?
One actual lash attached to one of your natural lashes. That's it.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you build onto that, putting one lash on and then the lash that you just applied, apply another lash onto
You
that?
could. It's not recommended because your natural lash probably can't hold that much weight.
So it can just hold the one. That's all I would
Safely,
think. Yeah.
yes. They have different thicknesses. So if you have real thin lashes, I would use a thinner lash. If you have thicker, longer lashes, I can use thicker, longer lashes, different lengths and thicknesses. So, every eye is customized.
Can you wear mascara with them?
You can. You don't really need to, but you can.
See, I have really thin lashes.
Mhm.
So I would need, I guess, your thinner lash.
It depends. Sometimes I mix them up, and it depends how people take care of them. Some people
Mhm.
take care of them really well, so I can use a little bit thicker. If they're rougher, I might have to use.
What would the
thinner one.
care be? for
It's
those?
not. It's not really that much, but people are just really lazy, and then you forget you have them on because you don't feel them like a strip lash. So
Right.
people, you don't want to be rubbing your eyes. You don't want to use anything oil based around the eyes. No makeup wipes. People just don't really know what they're using.
Just the cleansing cream to clean your eyes? non-oil.
Oil free. Yeah.
Yeah, you would
Oil
want to
free.
Oil
definitely
free
be
because
oil
a
free.
cream is oil
Yeah.
by nature.
Yeah.
yeah.
You definitely
So
want to be
that's
oil
pretty
free.
much it. I mean, just remove your makeup at night.
Now I notice, and I see different styles of makeup and lashes. When you apply them, sometimes I see them a little bit longer on the outside. Sometimes they're a little fuller in the middle. Are there different techniques to get different looks just by putting on lashes?
Yes, there's different styles, and it depends on your eye shape and what you want. When you do the longer at the end, the cat eye, if your eyes naturally go down, if I do a cat eye, it's going to bring your eye even more down because the lashes just extend kind of what your natural lashes are doing. So if you had an eye that goes down, I would put longer lashes more in the middle to bring your eye up.
That's really, really great to know because there are a lot of people that think that since their eye goes down, that it would lift them up a little bit in the corners. But you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I would have thought
Because
that.
wherever the lash is the longest, that's where the eye goes to. Like that's what looks the tallest and the highest.
Right. Like on your hand, your middle finger.
Well, that's
Exactly.
it's funny you say because that's exactly how the lashes should look. If this is your eye, the shortest on the inner corner, shortest on the outer corner, and then the longest are in the middle.
Wow. Well, that is actually, that's great information. People will really like that.
Now I'm sure you've done these procedures on all kinds of people. Have you done anybody famous that we might recognize?
Yeah, I've worked on what's his name? Henry Winkler's wife.
Okay.
Her New
The
York.
Fonz.
Yeah, I know. He's just such nice people. I'm her New York person. Tori Johnson from Good Morning America. I've done her
Nice.
lashes. Deborah Rush. She is actually the mother on Orange is the New Black. And
Okay. I know who she
she's
is. Yeah.
done so many things. She's amazing. And Jane Atkinson. She was on 24, and she does all those law shows. That's all I can think of for lashes right now, off the top of my head.
Good for you. What about makeup? Do you do any makeup on?
I've done most of their makeup as well, and for Miss America, Joey Fatone, Chuck Zito, who was like the coolest guy ever. I've done Howard Stern's wife, Betho, before everybody knew, before people knew who she really was. So I've been around.
You are definitely around. You're pretty fabulous. I'm very curious, though. I would like to know. I would like you to tell us about the Derek Jeter treatment.
Oh my God, this is amazing. All right, so I'm a diehard Yankee fan.
I know.
Diehard. And I've always wanted to work for the Yankees. It's like my dream is to work for the Yankees. But being a girl, like, how many options do I really have? So, and I'm not really into ticket sales, and I don't really want to sell popcorn. So like it's getting like more and more. Chances are slimmer and slimmer. So. Last year when he got hurt, I was like, oh my God, this is like every Yankee fan's worst nightmare, And so I thought about like, well, what would I do if I was, told, okay, here's Derek Jeter, fix him.
What would you do to fix Derek Jeter?
I know what I do. But so the G version, and I was thinking, all right, well, it fixed his ankle, but you can't touch him. And then if you can't, if someone's ankle's broken, you can't touch them or fractured, what are you going to do? So I started to think about, what would I do? So I just happened to be in Vancouver, and like this idea came to me. Oh my God, I will definitely can create a treatment where I can touch the things on him I am able to work on, but then for his ankle, I also can put in different treatment modalities to heal him. So in short, because it sounds crazy, instead of just doing a massage, because he can't get that,
Right.
I developed a treatment that incorporates some Swedish massage where he can have it, or anybody, reflexology where the person can have it, essential oils that go right into the bloodstream. They're very healing. They're antibacterial, antiviral, very, depending on if he's breathing some in, very, very healing to the mind, because when you're injured, you're mentally, you're out of your game,
Correct, right.
literally. Thai herbs that are steamed and pressed into the skin. And so they're very healing as well. They can reduce inflammation. They can help with muscle tension, and also Reiki, Japanese Reiki. So that's basically, like Mr. Miyagi using my hands to heal. And they've done many tests, throughout the years that Reiki does actually heal bone and tissue. So
Yes, I know.
I can work on him. I don't even have to touch his ankle. I can work on, right over his ankle to help bring healing, to
With
help
just
it heal
the
faster.
energy from the Reiki.
Yeah.
So you are a Reiki artist.
I'm a
also.
master, yeah.
A master,
Mhm.
Reiki master. Did you develop these different things that you all put together for him? I'm sure there's a lot of education.
They've been
and
around
background.
for a while, but not many people do treatments where they put all of that together. It's either you get the stone massage, or you get the Swedish, or you get the Reiki, or you get the aromatherapy. But I really wanted to bring them all together to whatever that person needs at that moment, and whatever's going on with them, I can work on them. So if a boxer comes after a fight, I can work on him. You can't get a massage.
And this came just because you have an obsession with the Yankees and you love Derek Jeter.
Yeah, so I'm trying to find any way possible to get, to work on him and work with the Yankees and all athletes. I really always had a passion for working with athletes, because I'm fascinated by the mental capability to keep yourself
Oh,
at that level
I agree
for
with you.
years.
That's amazing.
I mean, I love boxing and boxers, and they're like, to me, the ultimate athlete.
Have you ever thrown any of these athletes' energy balls?
Well, that wasn't a question I was expecting. Have I
Expect the unexpected with Mr.
Yes,
Anthony Vincent.
I have been trying. I've been manifesting and working, and you wouldn't even believe how close I am to getting Derek Jeter. But yet, so far,
to getting him what?
to getting to work on him. I am actually like so close to his inner circle right now.
Oh, that's
I mean,
great.
I am very close to the person that he speaks to every single day throughout his whole career, pretty much. And I'm like right on the brink of getting to that person.
Well, have you ever met him?
No.
And you're okay. You will.
No, I mean, I don't stalk him.
Of
Let's
course
be
not.
clear. I mean,
Of
I guess if
course.
I really wanted to meet him in that sense, but it's only like in the last like year or so, like that I was like really thinking about this. Like, oh my God, this is how I'm going to work for the Yankees. This is it. Like, I'm going to be the Yankees official healer.
You are throwing that out there, and yeah, I believe in the law
The
of
law of attraction, yeah.
Yeah,
and
I
that
keep-
is going to come back to you. It absolutely will.
Absolutely.
I have good feelings about it, because I keep getting closer and closer and closer. And then like a month ago, I met somebody who is, friends with his like one closest confidant, pretty much.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
That's
we'll see.
great.
Have you ever thought of doing any of these treatments to his confidant and say, hey, listen, this is...
Yeah, well, that's what I'm working on.
You are. Oh, okay.
course she
Great
is.
minds do think alike.
Yeah.
He's smart.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I even just, I was just going, Jay-Z has an agency. I don't know if you know, but he has an agency where he signs athletes. So I've been trying to get into there, like any way I can get in.
You'll definitely get in,
So
Laura.
I'm working on my
Oh, I
angles.
have faith in you.
Oh, I know it's going to happen.
When's your next book coming out?
It's been really hard to get it going. I've got half of it done, and then part of this, what I wanted the second book to be, is everybody else's stories. So
Right.
I need everybody out there to send me your crazy stories.
That
Where
was
can they send
exactly
them?
the
If
question.
you go to makeupwithme.com, you can click on my link to email me and you will see it. So, I mean, I have a format as well for this time of 7 questions that I'm giving to people. So, like your most inspirational story, your favorite products, your craziest story, and things like that.
How
So
long do these stories need to be if you're emailing them?
As long as you want, because I can always edit them down. You can call me. We can, if some people don't want to sit and write it, you can.
I have some stories for you.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean,
Yes.
it gets crazy.
It does. Well, you know that it does just
Yeah.
from your past. You can imagine ours. Yeah.
Right. But then
And then
think
could
about.
you imagine this?
I know.
Really?
Well, men always have a really different slant to everything. 'Cause
Oh,
they-
absolutely.
How is that?
Because they have a very completely different experience than women in a salon environment. Just because
Mars and Venus, baby.
Yeah.
I know I
Um,
grew up in a salon, so it's pretty natural for me.
Yeah, but
But
yeah,
your perspective is very different
Yeah.
than our perspective.
yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I want to know the difference between the men and the women's experience.
Well, because men can say things that women can't to other women. Men can say, "Oh, honey, oh my God, your eyebrows, they're horrible. Let me fix them." And she'd be like, "Oh my God, they're horrible. Oh, fix me, fix me." But if a woman says that to another woman, she'd be like, "Well, who are you talking to? Well, look at your eyebrows. Well, what are you calling me that and fat and ugly for?" And you're like, "Oh my
There's
God."
definitely a way to speak to people.
Yeah, well,
There's
I mean, like a
definitely-
woman could never say that to another woman, but a man can absolutely say, "Oh my God, your eyebrows are horrible. Let me fix them." "Oh, that dress makes you look fat. Take that off right now." But you know what I mean? But like a guy could get away with saying it, but a woman it would never happen.
That's so funny. I guess it depends on how you say it also.
Yeah, I mean, I could say, "Oh, I can help."
I
shape
certainly
your
wouldn't call another
eyebrows.
woman fat, but
No, but I mean, like a man could, like jokingly, he could say,
Stop eating.
That
Oh,
makes it-
no, we cannot.
you should hear some things.
Yeah.
No, you say some things. Are you going to eat that really?
Yeah.
You want to? You sure you want to eat that again? You want to eat all of that?
You've never heard that from me.
You've said that to me. Oh.
Yeah, it's a different experience, and they get hit on, and they can, flirt and date.
Well, I certainly can't wait. Your first book was amazing. I can't wait until your
Thank
next
you.
one comes out. This
It's
is a
crazy.
very funny, very knowledgeable girl, people.
Been around way too long.
No, you haven't even gotten started, and you have
That's
much
true.
to do.
Are
Yeah.
you 30 yet?
Yeah, okay, I love you. Yeah,
You have a
I
lot
wish
to do,
I wish I
Laura.
was 30.
You have a lot to do. You
No.
are going to be working with Derek Jeter.
That's what we're putting out there.
That's
Absolutely.
right. Well, we already know it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's definitely going to happen. So we need to get people to get your book. And again, where can they get your products? Where can they get your books?
Everything can be on thebeautybuster.com soon. If not, you can go right to makeupwithme.com. The book is on Spa Wars, The Ugly Truth About the Beauty Industry on Barnes & Noble, Amazon, in stores, at my spa.
Fabulous. We have been talking to Laura Condon, a.k.a. The Beauty Buster.
And she's fabulous.
You have been listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not, every Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
If you have a topic of interest that you want us to talk about or you'd like to be a guest on our show, email us now, trendradio920@gmail.com. You'll be glad you did.
I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye for now.